OK, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
It is time to go qualifying in Canada. A historic track. Looks simple, it's anything but. Welcome to Montreal.
OK, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Oh, so sorry guys, so sorry to damage the car.
With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid line up for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. It is the second largest French-speaking city in the world and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. Welcome to Montreal. It is a 2.7-mile circuit. There's a top speed of just under 200 miles per hour. We have the DRS zones, 14 turns, tight corners, a narrow track, a knowledgeable, enthusiastic fan base, and one of the best stops on the So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Russell, Verstappen, Stroll, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Joe, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Gasly, Sargent, Hamilton, and Teo Porcher. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Welcome.
check.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please. We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now. This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Okay, you're in the top 10. catching the car in front by about a second a lap. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 7.6 seconds. I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer. Seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. We don't currently have the data for that request. Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form. So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. Okay, Lewis, let's try and pick our moments where we use ERS. Let's try to be consistent with it going forward, please. a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Lando ahead. Less than a second separates you. They're on old intermediates. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. And the time last lap, 1:20.8. And you're closing by 4/10 a lap. Keep it going. Russell behind. They're on old intermediates. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1:20.9. So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap. Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap. Okay, pit in this lap and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Very happy with this.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
What position am I now? Back in
P9.
9 again.
Charles is in the pits. Issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. Behind starting to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it. We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 8.3 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Okay, they've done 15 laps on those tyres. Time last lap, 1:21.2. You're closing in by 3 seconds a lap. You're currently in P3. It's Verstappen ahead. They're on old intermediates. Charles is behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on a fresh set of inters. Okay, gap to leader, 7.5 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, we're into the last 10 laps now. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 3.4 seconds. Okay, Lewis, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap. Mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you. Smashed it. light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Norris is behind you. They're on old intermediates. And the time last lap, 1 minute 21.2. Seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 10.0 seconds. Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now. Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Final lap, push, push.
We won it! Finally!
Yes! 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 Ah!
What a driver! Charles Leclerc takes the victory.
And it's one thing to win, but to win like that in total dominant style, that was a fantastic drive, and it is not one that we see very often.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.